Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for a moment of silence.
Hello, Homestead. It's Friday, March 3rd, and time for another episode of HHS In Depth. I'm Austin Render.
And I'm Garrett Willis. On today's show, you'll learn about a few of our students who are enrolled at the Anthis Career Center and how they're already learning about a possible career while being in high school.
Reporter Jack Adams investigates the new lighting going up around Homestead and why there is such a difference in color between the old and new lights.
Next Monday, the annual College and Career Fair takes place at Homestead, and Madison McConaughey gets you caught up on what it is and how to get involved.
And I bring you another Sports Corner while Garrett brings you the weekend weather forecast.
We'll have all those stories and more, so stay tuned for today's episode of HHS In Depth.
Homestead students interested in certain career fields can get experience in those fields in high school by attending the Anthis Career Center. To learn more about a few of our students enrolled at Anthis, here's reporter Kelsey Nutter.
A different option for classes offered here at Homestead, Anthis allows students to explore their chosen career path.
I saw the paper when I was filling out my schedule and I was like, oh, cosmetology, this is really what I want to do. And I've always seen myself kind of more as like an artistic person. So when I saw that I could do cosmetology, that's where I wanted to head to.
I'm in the culinary arts program. Every day we cook and prepare food for the next day. The first morning class, which is usually comprised of second-year students, cook food for the staff and other students that want to come here and eat before leaving or entering the building.
Joining Anthis adds a lot of unique changes to the typical high school schedule that many students enjoy.
I start at 7:45 at Homestead, and I have 4 classes, and then I get to leave at 11:05, and I get a lunch, and then I have to be back down at Anthis in downtown Fort Wayne at 12:45. I
think it's really good for people who aren't just in a sit-down by the desk environment, and they learn different ways by getting up and doing artistic stuff, so I recommend it to those types of people.
The Anthis Career Center has a lot of advantages and is a huge career jumpstart because of the opportunities opened up through it.
I think it opens up a lot of things and a lot of opportunities. I help with the Voices of Unity choir. My teacher, Miss V, she does that, so I help with them. This weekend I'm going to Northrop to help with little kids do hair and makeup, so it opens up a lot of opportunities.
We get ASE certifications, and those really help us out. It's student certification, so it's not the real actual test, but it's a big step in actually doing the test. It helps us get used to the test, and those certifications really help us get jobs in dealerships or anywhere else we want to go to.
To learn more about this opportunity, ask your counselor about how you can sign up. For HHS In Depth, I'm Kelsey Nutter.
Students, Homestead is making history this year, the first ever dance marathon for Riley Children's Hospital. Tickets and shirts for the 6-hour marathon are now on sale at lunch. Tickets are $15 and shirts are $10. Registration will end March 17th, so get your tickets today.
Homestead Parent Club SAT and ACT practice test is tomorrow. If you have confirmed your registration, you should have received your admission ticket. Those who are taking the test home can pick them up tomorrow through door number 26 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or starting Monday through door 1.
The Improv Club will meet Tuesday, March 7th from 2:45 to 3:30 in room 904.
Join Yoga Club for a stretch next Wednesday morning at 7:10 in room 900.
You may have heard about next Monday's College and Career Fair here at Homestead, and reporter Madison McConaughey is here to tell you more about it and what all you can learn by attending.
Homestead's annual College and Career Fair is back again. On Monday, March 6th from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., Homestead anticipates hosting over 80 four-year universities, two-year colleges, and vocational schools located throughout the United States to be in attendance at this event. With schools such as Harvard University, Indiana University, Purdue University, and University of Notre Dame, Homestead has also invited representatives from various careers to participate, as well as the armed services and financial institutions such as First Source Bank. One lucky junior or senior that comes will win a $200 scholarship, but you must be present to win. There is no admission charge. Students are encouraged to attend and meet with college and business representatives.
Really, I think the biggest thing is that it allows students to get a chance to talk to lots of different colleges all in one place. And so it's a good chance for students and their parents to talk to multiple different representatives all in one spot. If you're not sure where you want to go to school, you have going through your options, it's just a great opportunity to do that.
Once again, the College and Career Fair is Monday, March 6th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Students should enter from door 1 or 4. For HHS In Depth, I'm Madison McConaughey.
Photography Club will meet Wednesday, March 8th after school in room 104. They'll be sharing photos from the scavenger hunt with a special prize for the student with the most photos taken from the list. Please check their Twitter account and your email for further details. They hope to see you there.
Biomed Club members, next Wednesday, March 8th, they will host the NEE Director for Marketing from Zimmer Biomed. The meeting will be from 2:45 to 3:30 in Mrs. Barron's room. Snacks will be provided. They will also be discussing leaders for next year. Contact Mrs. Barron's if you are interested in a leadership position but are unable to attend.
Students talented in music, poetry, stand-up comedy, and more. Sign-up forms to perform at this year's NHS Coffee House are now available with Mrs. Fit and Student Services. Make sure to fill out a sign-up form and turn it back in to Student Services. Anyone who wants to perform their talents for one night are encouraged to sign up. Email Sarah Auger or Dr. Price with any questions.
Have you walked the Homestead hallways lately and noticed the brighter and bluer lights and wondered why these changes are being made? Reporter Jack Adams is here to answer that question.
You may have noticed a change around the halls of Homestead, and it isn't Mr. Ginder's new tie. It's the replacement of the old lights to new models. These light bulbs are brighter and come from a different company than before.
The new lights are they were available to us through a vendor, and once we purchased them, we found out that they were brighter and more appealing throughout the campus.
These newer bulbs give the halls a brighter appeal to the eye, but the old lights still serve a purpose for the school.
What we found when we purchased a recent set of bulbs is that we were having a brighter and more appealing look in our hallways throughout the campus. What we've been able to do to maintain some consistency throughout the building is we've gone ahead and instead of having a bright light with a dull light, a bright light with a dull light, we've changed entire sections of a hallway, and then we've recycled the bulbs that are coming out and repurposed them into use in classrooms and other areas that are not being changed right now.
Some students were wondering whether or not these new bulbs are more energy efficient than before.
At this point, it is a similar style and energy usage with these bulbs. They are not LED at this time.
The new light bulbs are just another part of Homestead's ever-changing environment. They may not seem like much, but at least they'll brighten up your day. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Jack Adams.
Garrett just made his way over to the HHS In Depth weather set to bring you this weekend's weather forecast.
Thanks, Austin. Hello, Homestead. It's time for your weekend weather forecast. This weekend will present a gradual warm-up as we start out today with some frigid temperatures. We'll only get up to a high of 35 today with a low of 23, as partly cloudy skies and high sustained winds will be present. Saturday will start the upward trend as a high of 44 will present a slight warm-up with partly cloudy skies along with a low of 32. And lastly, Sunday will bring some pleasant temperatures for the beginning of March as we will approach a high of 60 with a low of 50 with blue skies shining on me. That was your weekend weather forecast. Have a great weekend, Homestead. And now I'll send it over to Austin Render, who's in the Sports Corner.
Thanks, Garrett. Now it's time for another edition of the Sports Corner. The big news around the school this week has been the girls basketball state championship, and we'll get to them in a little bit. However, our gymnastics team also had success last weekend and is now preparing for their regional competition this weekend, and I had a chance to go see how things are going for them. Last weekend, Homestead's gymnastics team placed third at sectionals, scoring a 108.325 to qualify for regionals. Sophomore Catherine Milne, junior Olivia Cronenwet, and senior Caitlin Chafee all placed individually.
I think we did really well. We had a couple girls who, it would have been nice to have them. They're just out on an injury. And so without them, I think we did amazing at sectionals. I'm really pleased with the team.
We've scored some of our highest scores since I've been on the team, and we've set some of our own personal goals and records, so I'm proud of that.
I feel sectionals went very well this past Saturday. We did have an injury last week, or 2 weeks ago now, that was to one of our all-arounders, so that made the rest of the team kind of have to step up, and they did a great job.
This deep into the season, practice is all about repetition, making sure their routines are prepared for regional competition tonight.
Just getting more consistent with our skills, just clean up our routines and maybe add some harder things to get our scores higher.
Routines, being focused, being calm, being confident, and trying to beat our rival Carol. Just routines, lots and lots of routines to get them really consistent.
We have to work on beam, definitely for regionals. We have too many falls, and we want to, really try to be more consistent. And as far as difficulty, we don't really have to add anything to our routines. We just have to clean them up.
The Homestead gymnastics team has a deep tradition, having won 6 state championships. In order to try and do that this season, they have to advance out of the regionals tonight with a top 3 finish.
My goal for regionals is to obviously place and make it to state, as a team, but also myself.
Our goal for the weekend is definitely to make sure that we get top 3, because the top 3 teams move on to state. And if that doesn't happen, then at least I'm hoping that we will have some individuals that get to move on.
Make it to state.
You can catch the gymnastics team in action at regionals tonight at Huntington North High School, with the competition starting at 6 o'clock. In this week's Team 8 game, senior Caitlin Chafee and junior Olivia Cronenwet attempt to match the record of 6 for 6. I'm here in the Team 8 game with the gymnastics Olivia Cronenwet and Caitlin Chafee. And guys, first question, who is Olivia's celebrity crush? All right, flip them. Justin Bieber and Justin Bieber. All right, 1 for 1. All right, next question, who's Caitlin's celebrity crush? All right, flip them. Justin Bieber and Justin Bieber. We got some Justin Bieber fans. All right, 2 for 2. All right, next question, what is Olivia's favorite food? All right, flip them. Pasta and Cheez-Its. That's not a match. All right, Caitlin's favorite food. Flip them. Popcorn and Cheez-Its.
I knew that too. Dang it.
2 for 4. All right. So what is Olivia's personal best? All right, flip them.
Yeah.
9.5 and 9.5. All right, 3 for 5. Last one, what is Caitlin's personal best? All right, flip them. 9.6 and 9.65. Yeah. We'll give them that. All right, 4 for 6. Pretty good from the gymnastics team. Let's go back to the studio. For more on that state championship won by the girls basketball team, here's a recap video made by Garrett Willis.
It once was said, success comes from knowing you did your best to become the best that you are capable of becoming. Many believe that you can define success from the numbers on the scoreboard after the game. Many believe you can define success from the number of wins or your record at the end of the year. But many believe this is simply not true. Success is defined by the number of hours you put into your craft. The extra pass. Playing 5 as 1. Success is defined as doing your best to become the best that you are capable of becoming. So don't cry that it's over. Smile, because it happened. Success is defined in the journey.
Congratulations as well to the boys swim team on a 6th place finish last weekend at state. Softball tryouts will begin for all grade levels on March 6th, 7th, and 8th. Juniors and seniors will try out from 3 to 4:45, and freshmen and sophomores will try out from 4 to 5:45. The tryouts will be held on the softball diamonds, weather permitting, or inside the main gym. Make sure to wear proper attire and have an IHSAA physical form on file in the athletic office. Anyone interested in trying out for cheerleading must attend the parent meeting Tuesday, March 7th at 6 o'clock in the Freshman Academy Seminar Room. If you would like more information, you may grab a form in the athletic office. Tryouts will be held March 20th, 23rd, and 24th. Attention football players, do not forget to turn in your paintball money to Coach Rogers ASAP. The waiver can be done online. See Coach Rogers if you are in need of financial assistance. Good luck to boys basketball in sectionals tonight at 7:30 at Wayne, gymnastics and regionals, and all other Spartans competing this weekend. That's all for this week's Sports Corner. Have a great weekend, Homestead. Well, that wraps up this edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Austin Render.
And I'm Garrett Willis. Thank you for watching today.
And now here are this week's Pictures of the Week. Congratulations to senior Tanvir Singh and junior Blade Eastham for having theirs selected today.
To have your photo in the running for Picture of the Week, just email us a high-resolution photo in landscape mode with your name and grade level to hhsindepth@gmail.com.
Today we leave you with a song exclusive to our radio station, The Point 91 FM.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.